हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शङ्करो वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वतीपतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम Hari Om. So Bhagwan showed Arjuna his Vishwarupa. So in the beginning Arjuna saw the Devatas and the infinite form of Ishvara, in whom he saw all the beings, all the Devatas and everything. Thereafter Bhagwan started showing his Ugra Rupa, Rudra Rupa, the most terrifying form of the Vishwarupa. So seeing that form, Arjuna got very agitated, very scared. And when Bhagwan told him that he has already killed Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitamaha, Karna, Jayadratha, and you just be a nimitta, Arjuna felt that great blessings from Ishvara. So there was this fear seeing that form, and there was love also in the heart of Arjuna. So he is with a faltering voice, Arjuna does a beautiful stuti and prarthana of Bhagwan, which we have been chanting. So now we will chant it again today. Okay? So from verse number 36, all of you can chant along with me. Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Rishikesh Tava Prakirtya Jagat Pravrushyatyanurajyate Cha Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namashyanti Cha Siddha Sanghaha Kasmacha Tena Nameran Mahatman Gariyase Brahmanopyadikartre Anantadevesh Jagannivasa Tvamaksharam Sadasattatparam Yata Tvamadideva Purushah Puranaha Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vettasi Vedyancha Parancha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamanantarupa Vayuryamognervarunasya Shankah Prajapatistvam Prapitamahascha Namo Namastestu Sahasrakritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste Namah Purastadata Prishtataste Namostu Te Sarvata Eva Sarva Anantaviryamita Vikramastvam Sarvam Samapnoshi Tatosi Sarvaha Sakheti Matva Prasabham Yaduktam He Krishna He Yadava He Sakheti Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi Yacchavaha Sarthamasatkrutosi Viharashayyasana Bhojaneshu Ekothavaप्यच्युत Takshamaksham Takshamaye Tvamaham Apramayam Pitasi Lokasya Characharasya Tvamasya Pujyasya Gururgariyan Natvatsamostyabhyadikah Kutonyah Lokatrayepya Pratima Prabhava Tasmat Pranamya Pranidhaya Kayam Prasadaye Tvamahamisha Midyam Piteva Putrasya Sakheva Sakhyuhu Priya Priyaryarhasi Deva Sodhum Adrishta Purvam Hrishitosmi Drishtva Bhayena Cha Pravyatitam Mano Me Tadeva Me Darshaya Deva Rupam Prasida Devesha Jagannivasa Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrahastam इच्छामि त्वां द्रष्टुमहं तथैव तेनैव रूपेण चतुर्भुजेन सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते। बोलिए श्री विश्वरूप भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। So Bhagwan, Arjuna says that, hey Bhagwan, whatever you do, whatever your expressions, everything is tane, is proper. The whole world rejoices in you because you are the very source of all happiness, all joy. So that is proper. The world rejoices in singing your glories, in listening to your kathas, that is also proper. And the Rakshasas run away from you getting scared, that is also proper. And all the Siddhas doing namaskar to you, that too is proper. Because you are the greatest, you are before Brahma, you are the Lord of all the Devatas, and you are the very abode of this entire creation. You yourself are the knower as well as all that which is known. You yourself are Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varuna, Shashanka, Prajapati, and you yourself are Prapitamaha. You are the great grandfather. My namaskar to you, again and again my namaskar to you, thousands of times my namaskar to you, and again my namaskar to you, my namaskar to you from front, my namaskar to you from behind, my namaskar to you from all sides. You are of infinite Shakti, Virya, and infinite Parakram. Tvam sarvam samapnoshi, you pervade everything, and you are everything. You not only pervade everything, but you are everything. Everything is Ishvara alone. See, we get confused because of the expression. The expressions are different from the supreme nature of Ishvara. The expression keeps on changing, but Bhagwan doesn't change. The expressions are jada, inert, but Bhagwan is not inert. The expressions are seen limited, but Ishvara is not limited. So seeing the expression, one gets confused, one gets deluded. But Ishvara alone is expressing this world. He pervades the world and he is everything in this world. So Arjuna could see the glory of Bhagwan directly. See, one is that when somebody tells us, we come to understand that person. But when we actually see with our own eyes and experience, that is totally a different thing altogether. Similarly, Bhagwan had revealed his nature to Arjuna in the previous chapters. But here, seeing Bhagwan in that Vishwarupa, all that Bhagwan had told Arjuna, he could see it directly. It was not just some theory or some concept, but Arjuna could directly experience the glory of Bhagwan. And when he experienced this glory of Bhagwan, when he saw the Mahima of Bhagwan, then Arjuna realized that I have been taking this great Ishvara as my friend, and treating him like an ordinary person, means of my level itself, not realizing his Mahima. So Arjuna felt really very bad for all the things which he did and all the interaction which he had with Bhagwan Sri Krishna, taking him as just a mere friend, a human being. So now Arjuna recollects all that, and he asks for forgiveness. So very beautiful portion. So verse number 41, Arjuna says, Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam He Krishna he Yadav he Sakheti Ajanata mahimanam tavedam Maya pramadat pranayena vapi. Arjuna says, कि सखेति मत्वा, I considered you as my sakha. I considered you as my friend, because that is how their relationship was, of Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna also was very close to all these Pandavas, also to Draupadi. And he was related to Kunti. So Krishna Bhagwan used to all the time visit the Pandavas used to visit Krishna, and they were very close, not only as a member, as a close relatives, but also as close friend. And in times of difficulties also they used to remember Krishna Bhagwan and used to come. So there was this close, intimate relationship between Krishna and the Pandavas, and especially between Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna and Arjuna were always together. Even their names are taken together, Krishna, Arjuna. Just like we have Ram and Lakshmana, we take their names together. Similarly, Krishna and Arjuna are also remembered together. And such a great thing that Bhagwan, though he is the great Lord of this entire creation, he also chose to become the charioteer of Arjuna in this war. So Arjuna recollected all that, and simultaneously he is now aware of Bhagwan's Mahima. Directly he has experienced the greatness of Ishvara, so he feels very bad that he has treated Bhagwan as an ordinary person. So he says, Sakheti matva, I considered you as my sakha, as my friend. And prasabham yaduktam, and just as we interact with our friend, see a friend, we consider the friend as equal to us. We don't give extra some respect to the friend. We share everything with the friend. We also make fun of our friend in a friendly way. So the friendship is a different thing altogether. So similar relationship Arjuna had with Shri Krishna. So he says that I have used words which were not proper towards Bhagwan. As a friend it is fine, but to say such things to Vishwarupa Bhagwan, that Ishvara, is not proper. See, those who are elder to us, even in age, we don't take their name. We also speak with lot of respect and reverence in front of them. We don't treat them as our equal friend. So here Bhagwan was Sakshat, that Bhagwan. So he says that Saketi Matva Prasabham Yaduktam. I have uttered some words and I have addressed you, not understanding your glory, not knowing your glory. I have just addressed you like my friend. How? Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Saketi. Addressing you or calling you, I just called you, hey Krishna. Just called you by your name and directly, hey Krishna. Or sometimes I also address you as Yadava, because Krishna was a Yadava, born in that Yadava Kula. So I used to call you Yadava, or just Sakha, a friend, just friend. Nowadays also we meet our friend. In modern times they do all sorts of things like hi-fi and all those things. Hi, buddy and all those. So like that I have called you my friend, and I address you as friend, as Krishna, as Yadava, which is not proper, considering you that you are that Sakshat Ishvara, to just casually address you as Krishna by name is not definitely not proper. So Saketi Matva Prasabham Yuduktam, I have used these words and I have addressed you in this way. It is like a insulting address to you. But I have done all this not knowing, not purposely, but not knowing what? Ajanata Mahimanam, without knowing your Mahima, without knowing your glory, without knowing your glory. See, at home, many times we our own family members, we just treat them casually without knowing their status and all. Like little children, they just treat their, no doubt they respect their parents and all, but they may not know their glory. Then the father takes the son to his office or to his factory. For the first time, that little boy visits, and then he realizes, oh, my father, such a great person. So many people are working under him. All of them are just giving so much respect and reverence to him. And at home, I was just treating him like my father and just playing with him and sometimes making fun of him also. So similarly here, Arjuna realized that Bhagwan is Bhagwan. He is greater than all the gods and all the beings put together. He is greater than everyone and everything. And the great thing is that Bhagwan knows his own Mahima, not that he has forgotten. See, when Bhagwan takes avatar, that doesn't mean he forgets his glory. He forgets his Mahima. No, he knows it. Just as in a drama, a very rich person, he acts like a beggar in a drama, but even when he is acting like a beggar, he knows his own status. Similarly, even when Bhagwan Krishna is acting like a human being, as an ordinary human being, he knows his own Mahima, and others should also know his Mahima. But unfortunately, everyone doesn't recognize Bhagwan's greatness. Therefore, Bhagwan had said before also that not knowing my greatness, people, they disregard me, they insult me. All these people like Duryodhana and all, they did not realize the greatness and glory of Bhagwan. If they had realized, their interaction with Bhagwan would have been totally different. What is this little kingdom and this whole world also in front of Bhagwan? They had this opportunity to surrender to him and totally be with him, just like the Pandavas were close to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Even the Kauravas would have become close if they had approached him properly. So ajanata mahimanam tava idam, not knowing your mahima, this mahima, not knowing your mahima, tava mahimanam idam uktam, I have uttered these words which were not proper and considered you as an ordinary friend of my level itself. And I said, Hey Krishna, Ye Yadava and all, many times out of pramad, forgetfulness or not knowing, but also out of that intimate love and what you call affection for you, pranayena vapi, due to great affection. See, when we have affection for someone, we just call that person by his name, or sometimes we keep some friendly name also, which we use to address that person. Similarly, Arjuna says, out of that love and great affection for you as a friend, I used to call you Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakha. And at times, due to inadvertence and little forgetfulness and all, little disregard also must have done of yours. So I must have disregarded you also. See, sometimes our friend calls us, but we just don't pay attention, or we keep doing our work. We don't give that special attention or importance to our friend at all times. So that becomes like a insult of that friend. Similarly, here Arjuna is remembering all those, maybe at times out of pramad, out of forgetfulness or inadvertence, I might have disregarded you. I might not have given you due attention. So all this I have done. These are called aparadha. These are like offenses which we do. See, here Arjuna is speaking for himself, but this is true for all of us. Knowingly, unknowingly, we do lot of aparadha towards Ishvara alone, because he alone is present in everyone and everything. So when we insult anyone, that insult goes to Ishvara only. When we disregard someone, that disregard happens of Ishvara only. Because he is present in and through everyone. Therefore, a very beautiful that stotra Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji has written, Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram. He says that he addresses Lord Shiva, that please forgive me for all the aparadha I have done against you. Right from my childhood, right from the time I was in mother's womb till the end, in various ways I have done aparadha, so please forgive me. Adau karma prasangat kalayati kalusham matrukukshav stitam mam vinmutra medhya madhye क्वथयति नितरां जाठरो जातवेदाः यद्यद्वै तत्र दुःखं कथयति केन वक्तुं क्षन्तव्यो मे पराधः शिव 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 भोः श्रीमहादेव शम्भो. That when I was in mother's womb, I forgot you. I was totally engulfed by the womb and all, and I forgot you. Then when I was born, I forgot you. I was involved in playing and all. Then I became a youth, I forgot you. I was involved in different types of indulgence in this world. When I became old, I forgot you. I was busy doing all chinta. Balastavat krida saktah. Tarunastavat taruni saktah. Vriddhastavat chinta saktah. Parame brahmani kopina saktah. So please forgive me. Forgetting Bhagwan itself is our great aparadha. And why we forget? We get involved with the world. We get involved with different bhoga. It is said in the Upanishad also that we are busy enjoying the various fruits of our action. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vriksham parishashvajate tayoranyas Pippalam swadvati anashnananne parichakashiti. That these two birds as though are there, myself and Ishvara, on this same tree of this body and this world, and I am busy enjoying the good and bad fruits of my karma, and Bhagwan is all the time there as a witness. So whenever I shift my attention from my bhog and look at Bhagwan, I become free of all my worries, all my suffering. But only a rare few turn towards Ishvara. Others are busy with this world itself. So Arjuna is feeling very bad that he has done all this aparadha. So he asks for forgiveness. The next verse he says, Yacchavaha sarthamasatkrutosi viharashayyasana bhojaneshu ekothavappyachyuta tatkshamaksham takshamaye tvamaham maprameyam. He says that Yaccha avahasartham asatkrutosi vihara shayyasana bhojaneshu. He remembers, Arjuna remembers all the various times he must have knowingly, unknowingly done this aparadha, done this offense against Ishvara. He says that vihara, sometimes vihara means just wandering somewhere together, walking, we go with our friends, we just wander, we go to some place and just walk together and all. And as we walk, we make fun of each other. Yaccha avahasartham asatkrutosi. So sometimes out of just to make fun, parihasa prayojanaya, I must have made fun of you. I must, and because of that, have disrespected you. Yaccha avahasartham asatkrutosi. I have done your disrespect and insult, apaman, vihar while walking together, or shayya while lying down together. Sometimes friends they come together, they spend the night together, and while lying down also we make lot of fun and different types of pranks and all, and have sometimes a pillow fight also. And sometimes one person sleeping, the other one can do some prank, color his face or something like that, or just pick him up and put him in the bathroom or somewhere. Friends, they do all different types of practical jokes, and they laugh and they enjoy. So Arjuna says that I have also done, not must have, I have also done lot of this friendly pranks and jokes and just treated you like my friend. So vihara shayya, so while lying down on bed, or asana, or just sitting somewhere, must have disrespected you, said something to you which is not proper, which was not proper. Not proper as towards Ishvara. See, Arjuna, not that he didn't have respect or reverence for Krishna. He had utmost respect, reverence, and lot of affection. But he also treated him as his friend of his same level. Though Krishna was slightly elder to Arjuna, but still he was very, very friendly. So, but all this becomes not proper for towards Ishvara, towards that great Bhagwan. See, there is a very beautiful incident in Ramayana where Manu and Shatarupa, Manu and Shatarupa. See, from Manu only all the various creatures were born, and we also have come from Manu, so we are all called Manushya. Manu, who gave us Manu Smriti and all. So Manu and his wife Shatarupa, they did tapas. They wanted a son, a special son. So they did tapas. For many years they did tapas, and Bhagwan was pleased with their tapas, and he appeared in front of them, Bhagwan Sri Mahavishnu, and he said, I am very pleased with your tapas. Please tell what you want. So they said that we want a son like you. We have so many children, all of these are our children only, but we want a son like you. So Bhagwan said, this is not possible, because no, they said that we want a son like you. Bhagwan said it's not possible because nobody is like me. Nobody can be compared to me. Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is nobody greater than me, equal to me, lower than me. Nobody is like me. But you have asked for this boon, so I myself will come as your son. You will be born again as Dashrath and Kaushalya, and I will be born as your son. So your wish will be fulfilled in your next Janma. So Shatarupa and Manu were very, very pleased and happy. But then they said one more thing. Manu, Bhagwan said that when you are born as our son, I should be able to love you as my son. Therefore, I should not remember that thing should not be in my mind that you are Sakshat, that Bhagwan. I want to love you as my child only. I want to express my whole love for you as my child. Because if I keep remembering you as Ishvara, I will not be able to love you. As a child, I will always be conscious and very hesitant and all. So Bhagwan says, okay, I will grant you this boon. But Kaushalya, Shatarupa on the other hand, she said that I should always remember you as that Ishvara, that Sakshat Ishvara is born as my son. I should always remember. Therefore, as Dashrath and Kaushalya, both of them had their love for Sri Ram, but their love was expressed in different way. Dashrath Maharaj, though he had full love for Sri Ram, but his Mahima was kept hidden from him. And Kaushalya always remembered that he is Sakshat Ishvara who is born as my son. So here also Arjuna did not know the glory of Ishvara, Krishna. Therefore he just treated him as his friend and made fun of him while moving together, walking together, or while sleeping together, lying down on the bed together, or sitting, just sitting together, or bhojaneshu. Sometimes while eating together also we make lot of fun and frolic happens while eating. All friends, when they eat together, they make all sorts of fun and all. So even while celebrating birthday and all, they have cake and they will put it on the face of their friends and all, instead of eating it. So different type of fun we have during bhojan also. So Arjuna recollected all this and he said, please, I have done all this. It's a great aparadha, because not recognizing your glory, not knowing your mahima, to treat you as an ordinary person is a great aparadha. And that is what happens constantly from all of us, most of us. We don't recognize the greatness of Bhagwan expressing in this world through so many beings and all, and constantly disrespect. By not acknowledging his presence, we disrespect that Ishvara. So we should ask for forgiveness and we should not commit this aparadha. Should always remember the glory of Bhagwan at all times. So Arjuna is asking for forgiveness. He says, Eko thava va api achyuta tak shamasham. And sometimes I have done this aparadha while alone with you, or sometimes even behind your back. Ekaha athava api achyuta tat samaksham. In front of you, we made fun of you. Or sometimes alone also. Parokshah san asatkrutah asi paribhutah asi. Sometimes we say something about our own friend when we are with others, which may not be totally respectful, proper. Or Arjuna says, when I was alone with you, or when I was with others and with you, in various ways I have done aparadha towards you. Eko tava api achyuta tak samaksham. So what should I do now? Arjuna says, ki tak kshamaye, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Tat kshamaye tvam aham aprameyam. You please forgive me. Hey. Hey Bhagwan, who is beyond all praman, who is beyond all comprehension, who cannot be caught hold of our intellect, or with our senses, with our words also. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Even our vani and mind returns back without recognizing that Ishvara and his total glory. So, सर्वम अपराध जातम क्षामये क्षमाम कारये त्वाम अहम अप्रमेयम प्रमाण अतीतम, who is beyond all praman. So, hey Bhagwan, who is beyond all praman, who is incomprehensible, you please forgive me. You need to forgive me for all the aparadh which I have done. So as I said, this is a universal prayer, and it is appropriate for all of us. We have not only done aparadh now that we are suffering due to this pandemic, but not only as an individual but as a humanity also. Because as humanity we have special responsibility towards ourselves and towards all other beings. See, just as the devatas, they have their responsibilities and they are doing it sincerely. Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, Varuna, Indra, and so many those devatas, Aditya, Vasu, Rudra. Each one of them are doing their respective duties sincerely. Therefore, the whole play of this world goes on properly. Similarly, human beings are also given special responsibilities. So they have to take care of themselves and all the beings and nature also. We have our duty towards ourselves, towards our fellow beings, towards other beings, towards nature, towards our ancestors, towards the devatas. So all this we have to fulfill properly. When we don't do this, then the balance of the world gets disturbed and we suffer. So we have to ask for forgiveness from Bhagwan. Because he is the ultimate Ishvara. So Arjuna says in the next verse, Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pudyascha gururgariyan na tvatsamostyabhyadika kutonyah lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. Hey Bhagwan, you are Pitasi, you are our father. Pitahamasya jagatah mata dhata pitamaha. Bhagwan alone is our father, our mother, our grandfather. And now he had also said that he is also our great grandfather, prapitamaha. So Bhagwan Arjuna says, Pitasi lokasya, you are the father of this entire loka. You are the one who has given us life. Janayitasi prani jatasya, all these pranis, stavara jangamasya, characharasya, all this stavar jangama, all the moving and non-moving beings who are there in this world, you are our father. Pitasi lokasya characharasya. And tvamasya pudyascha Gurur Gariyan, and you are most worshipful. You are supreme. You are Guruhu Gariyan. You are the great Guru. Guru means great. Guru means superior to everyone. So Guruhu Pujarha Yata Guruhu Gariyan. You are the ultimate supreme Guru of this whole world. You are most worshipful and you are our father. And na tvat samaha asti, and there is no one equal to you. There is nobody equal to you in this entire cosmos. You can't say, oh, he is also like Bhagwan. No, there is nobody equal to you. Shankaracharya ji writes in his commentary कि नच्च त्वत्समः त्वत्तुल्यः अन्य अस्ति न हि ईश्वर द्वयं संभवति अनेक ईश्वरत्वे व्यवहार अनुपपत्तेः. Shankaracharya ji says that there is no possibility of having two Ishvara. Ishvara dvayam nahi sambhavati. If there are more than one Ishvara, then aneka Ishvaratve vyavahara anupapattehe. There will not be any vyavahar. One Ishvara will say, okay, let us create the world. Another will say, no, let us dissolve the whole world. Or let the world remain like that only. So different Ishvara, if they are there, they will have different karmas, and then there will be total conflict, confusion. One Ishvara will wake you up and another will make you sleep again. One Ishvara will dissolve the world and another will create the world. So there will be total chaos and conflict. So Ishvara is one. See, gods are many, beings are many. So don't get confused. People, those who don't know Hindu, our Sanatan Dharma, they get confused. They say that, oh, so many gods are there. No, so many gods are not there. Ishvara is one. He alone is worshipped as Nirgun as well as Saguna. Ishvara alone is worshipped through Hiranyagarbha and Vaishvanara. So all the gods which we are worshipping are the Nirgun Ishvara or his Sagun Roop as Hiranyagarbha, Vaishvanara. Or through the Devtas we worship that Ishvara. So through Hiranyagarbha we worship Ishvara. We worship Ishvara directly in his Nirgun Nirakara Rupa, or we worship him indirectly through Hiranyagarbha, through Vaishvanara, or through so many other Devatas, or through even great human beings, our Acharyas, Guru, our parents. Through them we worship that Ishvara. But Ishvara is one. His expressions are many. More than one Ishvara is not possible. So Arjuna says, there is nobody equal to you. So what to talk about someone greater than you? There is no one greater than you also. Na tvat samaha asti abhya adhikaha kuto anyaha. How can there will be somebody greater than you? Lokatre api apratima prabhava. In all the three worlds, there is no comparison to you. No pratima. Pratimiyate yaya sa pratima. Some image or something identical to you is called pratima. It says, na vidyate pratima yasya tava prabhavasya satvam apratima prabhava. There is no pratima and there is no comparison with your prabhav, your majesty, your glory, your prowess. See, even we do Bhagwan's pratima puja, we take that pratima as a support for our benefit. But really speaking, Bhagwan's glory cannot be brought out in any pratima also. He is apratima and aprabhava. His prabhava also cannot be expressed through anything. So Lokatraye api apratima prabhava. In all the three worlds, there is no pratima and there is no prabhav which can be compared to you. You are beyond all comparison. You are beyond all representation. You are beyond all symbols. You are beyond all words. You are beyond all comprehension and concept. There is no one like you. There is nobody greater than you. There is nobody lesser than you. You are our Father. You are the most worshipful. You are the greatest Guru. Therefore, Arjuna says, please forgive me. He says in the next verse, Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvam ahamishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyuhu priya priyaryarhasis deva sodhum. Tasmat, therefore, since you are of this nature, therefore, pranamya, having done namaskar to you, pranidhaya kayam, with my body, taking my body totally down, prakarshena niche hi dhritva kayam, means शरीर को भी नीचे बिल्कुल झुकाकर, bowing down my not only my head but my body also, bringing it under you low, with total sharanagati, like tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye, please be pleased with me, prasadam karaye, please be pleased with me, be happy with me. Tvam aham isham idyam. I am doing that namaskar to you. Hey Ishvara, you be pleased with me. You are the Isham, Idyam. You are the one who is ruling this whole world. You are the ruler of this world, and you are the most worshipful, and you are one most praiseworthy. Ishvara, I am doing namaskar to you. Please be pleased with me and please forgive me. Bear with my, just tolerate all my aparadha and please forgive me. Devas sodhum, मेरे सभी अपराधों को आप सहन कीजिए. Please bear with all my aparadha and please forgive me. Kshantum. And how? Piteva putrasya sakheva sakyuhu priya priyaryarhasi deva sodhum. Just as a father forgives the aparadha of his son or children, just as a friend forgives the aparadha of a friend, just as a lover forgives the aparadha of his beloved. The husband forgives the wife, or wife forgives the husband, or the lover forgives the beloved. Father forgives the children, the friend forgives friend. In the same way, you forgive me. Priyar yarhasi deva sodhum, arhasi deva sodhum. You should forgive me. You should just tolerate my whatever aparadha I have done and forgive me. I am doing namaskar, lying down on the ground, taking my body totally down. You are the one who is most praiseworthy and the Lord of this, ruler of this entire creation. You should forgive me. So in this way, Arjuna is asking sincerely for forgiveness. And that is very important. Because we do aparadh, sometimes knowingly, unknowingly. Kayena vacha mansendriyerva. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि. So whatever we do, everything is offered to Bhagwan. करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितम विहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व. जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो. So we ask for forgiveness from Bhagwan that whatever I have done through my body with swabhava, knowingly, unknowingly, please forgive me. So this is a very beautiful prayer for forgiveness, which we have to pray. Because Bhagwan will forgive, but we should ask for forgiveness. Not that he will just come and forgive us. Bhagwan is very compassionate, very kind, very gentle. But we should ask. If we don't ask, he doesn't give. We should ask for forgiveness. Then he forgives. So more about this we will see in our class tomorrow. Till then, you take care of yourself, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy. Do your work, do your sadhana, and pray. Chant these verses, 11 verses. Just 11 verses are there. You have heard the meanings. You know the bhava. So chant these verses and ask for forgiveness from Bhagwan and pray for the welfare of this whole world. On behalf of everyone, you can ask for forgiveness and pray to Bhagwan to again forgive us and take a Saumya Rupa. Become calm, pleasant, peaceful towards all of us. Okay? Hari Om. So we'll meet again tomorrow. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Boliye Siyava Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.